What's up, traders? Happy Sunday. Zach from the Trading Network here. Hope everybody's doing well and that you guys had a good weekend. Got another weekly market profile forecast for you. But before we dive into the weekly profile, I want to point something out here that is very interesting on the session chart, or the session profile chart, I should say. So you can see here, right now it is 10:17 p.m. Mountain Time, a little after midnight Eastern Time. And at the moment, we are living in this 3560 area. And this is a really interesting level, in my opinion, because this has been a major area of interest for the last month or so. You can see that we have several levels on the profile matching up at this 62 level in particular. You can see that we have the overnight session high from the November 9th into the 10th session at 62.75. You can see that we have a POC from November 11th at 63.25. That was actually a naked POC. Initial balance high at 63. The session from November 13th, this was also another naked POC at 62 that got closed on the 18th. And then there was also an overnight point of control at that level. The following day's point of control was at that level, which was a naked POC. And then we had a value area low at that level on Friday. And you can see that right now, if I zoom in here a little bit, that is the current overnight point of control as well. So this 62, 63, 64 level is a major line in the sand, I would say. So if we go over to the weekly profile, you can see that we have a weekly point of control, weekly volume point of control at 35.57, and then we also have a weekly point of control from last week at 67.25. So a lot of interest, just being confirmed on the weekly profile in that regard. Now, with that said, you can see here that we have a naked point of control at 35.3650 on the weekly, and then basically the same naked point of control at 35.34, give or take a couple points, just slightly different because the information is slightly different between the session profile and the weekly profile, but right there, just a couple point difference. So what I'm thinking moving forward throughout this session this evening, moving into the New York session tomorrow, I will be looking to see if this 62 level can hold. If this 62 level can hold, I think we have high probability of moving back towards this mid-70s range, the highs from these levels on last week, which also coincide with some lows from the beginning of last week as well. So if we hold, generally speaking, above this 62 level, I like a move towards this area right here on a smaller basis. I mean, this is only like a 3-point range here. So really, I like a test of this area here, and more on a larger time frame, I like a move back up to this 36 level. You can see on the session profile here that we have a naked point of control at 36.11. So I'm thinking that in kind of a domino effect situation, if you will, if we hold above the 62 level, get acceptance above it, do business above it, and hold the support, I think we're going to be moving back up to this 80 range, testing that. If we can move and hold above that level and get acceptance above there, I will certainly be looking towards this 36.11 level to get tapped very, very quickly once we move throughout this level. Now, on the flip side, if we do not hold 62, and just to show you guys, let me do something real quick. All right, so just wanted to clean up my drawings real quick. So I'm going to draw a zone right here. You can see this is a clearly important level, as we discussed. So we'll say if we break below this zone, my target would be this area right here. We got a lot of lows right here lining up, 42, 42.50, 11.19 overnight low, 42.25, 11.19 regular trading hours low, 44, the next overnight low, 42.75, the next range low. You guys get the point. That's a major level. So I'd be looking for a move here. And then if we break this low, I mean, it's a very, very high probability that we move to 34. Because if this doesn't hold, that's saying that the other time frame players, higher time frame players, larger players are not seeing this area as value any longer, and we will be breaking this level, and value will likely be found back in this area. So major zones. We could even draw another one right here, coincides with this POC. There's another POC up here. So we could really make this three separate zones, but I honestly think, you know, if this breaks, we're going to see this with quite quickly. So with that said, these would be my downside targets, my most immediate downside targets. So if 3562 area does not hold, I'd be looking for a move down to the mid 40s. If the mid 40s do not hold, I would be looking for a move down to that naked POC to tap that resting liquidity there. On the flip side, if 62 does hold to the upside, I would be looking for a move up to this area, mid 80s. If mid 80s, if we can get acceptance above that level, we can do business there, spend some time there again. Then I once again like a move back up to this 3611 area, which once again coincides with some major levels from previous profiles. So you can see we've got overnight point of control. We also have a naked POC from the 9th that got closed over here. So a lot of interest in this area. You know, if we wanted to do a little bit of a wider zone, we could include that POC right there. I think that is totally acceptable. And you know, just a little bit more mental masturbation, as we say. If we do break up above that 3611 level, you know, I like 20s. This area, you know, this would kind of encapsulate this value area high from the November 9th session. So this is really what I'm thinking, more immediate term. You can see we have these levels marked off here on the weekly profile, and these levels also coincide with some weekly levels. So you can see we're right here on the weekly profile. I would be looking for a move back down to last week's low, and then this point of control from previous week. And we also do have naked POC at 3,500. If, you know, we do lose 36 to the downside, we could be looking at 35. Now, just to kind of reiterate what we talked about on the weekly profile here, get rid of these arrows real quick. Be looking for this level to hold. If it does, I'd like to move back up to last week's, or I'm sorry, the week of November 9th value area high at 35.8650, and then proceeding towards the value area high from last week at that 36.07 level, which coincides in this area where all these POCs are. You can see POC, POC, POC there, POC here, POC here, POC here, and POC there. So that is what I'm looking at starting off this week. Going to keep this video short and sweet. Not a ton to discuss aside from that. One thing I did want to mention for you guys is to keep an eye out on the channel. In the next 24 hours or so, I am going to be posting a video that shows you guys basically front to back instructions on how I set up this market profile. You guys will be able to essentially copy my settings, and if you have the lifetime license on NinjaTrader, which has the order flow package with it, that's how you set this profile up, and you guys will be able to do the same thing and follow along with me even more closely on my trade plans, on my daily recaps, and on my weekly forecasts. With that said, I will also be announcing a Black Friday deal for our mentorship programs, for our indicator packages, and our course that was newly released. So keep an eye out for those few things in the pipeline. I would say next 24 hours or so for the video, and we will be releasing that Black Friday discount code for our website very, very soon. Just as a reminder, for those of you guys who are not aware, you can find our website here at thetradingnetwork.io, where we have courses, mentorship programs, access to our proprietary indicator package, and of course, you can also get a link to our free Facebook group on our website, as well as in the description below. If you guys do enjoy this content, please click like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. If you guys have suggestions for content that you would like to see in the future, or questions about how I create my trade plans, or really anything about the content that I go over in my videos, please do not hesitate to leave a comment or reach out to me on any of our social channels. With that said, I want to thank you guys for being a part of the Trading Network and taking the time to watch my videos. Much love, and I will see you guys in the next video.